My child, do not ignore this moment. Archangel Michael stands at your door with a message that will shake your spirit awake. Heaven has already moved, and something powerful is being sent into your life right now. Delay is dangerous, for this message is not for everyone, it is only for you. Listen closely. The hand of God has stretched over your home, and Michael's sword has pierced through the lies that were woven around you. A surprise is already on its way. It is not random. It was written in the heavens before you were born. You are chosen to hear this because you have cried when no one was listening. And tonight, heaven answers back. God says, wait, what happens next will shock you. The door you thought was locked is about to swing wide open. The pain you carried like chains around your soul is about to be broken. Someone has been holding back a blessing with their jealousy, but I tell you now, no hand can block what has already been signed in the courts of heaven. My beloved, this is urgent. Do not skip this moment, for it carries the key to your next miracle. Archangel Michael commands, you must open your heart instantly, because delay could cause you to miss the timing of your blessing. Already, angels are moving with your name written in light. They are coming with packages of peace, restoration, and sudden wealth. Your enemies thought they could bury your future, but God says, I buried my son and he rose again. What makes them think I will not raise you? This word is not a story. It is your life. You will see it unfold before your very eyes. My child, the surprise is nearer than you think. The knock on your door is not ordinary. The call on your phone is not random. The letter that comes with your name on it will not be like the others. These are divine signals. Pay attention. Heaven never sends without reason. If this word is touching your soul right now, pause and make sure you subscribe so you never miss the next divine message. For heaven's language is being spoken here, and if you miss it once, it may never return again in the same way. Archangel Michael says, someone has whispered your name in secret. They tried to shut doors. They tried to turn hearts against you. But tonight, God has overturned every plan, and angels have been dispatched to stand guard around your home. You are not watching this by chance. You are guided here because the very thing that will shift your destiny is being announced now. Wait, God says stop here, because the next thing I reveal will shock you. Someone from your own circle, whom you never suspected, has been jealous of you. But heaven says, do not fear. That jealousy has turned into the very wind that will push you into your miracle. The more they plot, the more I bless. The more they curse, the more I multiply. What they meant for harm has already been transformed into good. Child, hear me. The surprise is already moving toward your home. It has your name engraved. It will not pass you by. This blessing is unstoppable, but your obedience to hear and open this message is the key. Do not reject it. Do not walk away. The miracle is already in motion. Do not be distracted, for Archangel Michael is standing beside you. He holds the scroll of your destiny in his hand, and on it is written, "It is done." Your prayers have been recorded. Your tears have been counted. Your cries in the night have been answered. And the answer is already on the way. If you are still here, heaven smiles on you. This is not for the many. It is for the few who believe. If this is your word, hold it tightly. And again, make sure you subscribe, for Archangel Michael will return with another message prepared only for you. Now, beloved soul, God says, I leave you with this final word. Open this instantly. Delay is dangerous. The blessing is unstoppable. The miracle is closer than your breath. The surprise is already on its way to your home. And once it arrives, nothing and no one will be able to take it from you. My child, pause and feel this moment. The air around you has shifted. Heaven is leaning closer. Archangel Michael whispers, this is the hour. This is the word. Do not ignore it. You think you pressed play by choice, but no, this was divine orchestration. Your spirit was summoned here, because this message belongs only to you. The sound you hear in your heart right now is not imagination. It is the vibration of heaven announcing that something is about to break loose in your life. God says, wait, what I am about to tell you will shock you. You have been waiting for years, praying for answers, hoping for relief. And now, the delay is ending. Someone tried to keep your blessing locked. They thought they could hide the truth from you. But the Lord says, no wall is high enough, no hand is strong enough, to block what I have commanded. The angels are already carrying your package of restoration. Beloved, this is urgent. I see you questioning if this is real. But look at your own life, didn't you feel heaviness lately? Didn't you notice signs that something unusual was stirring? That was heaven preparing you for this moment. Archangel Michael stands before you, holding a scroll with your name written in golden letters. The writing on it reads, your breakthrough has been released. Do not skip this word, for it will not come again in the same way. Listen carefully, a surprise is approaching your home. It is not ordinary. It is not small. It is a divine delivery, crafted by the hands of God Himself. God says, my child, you have cried enough. I have bottled your tears, and now I pour them back as rivers of joy. What was delayed is now released. What was stolen will be returned in double measure. What was broken will be healed. Archangel Michael adds, do not fear the noise of your enemies. Their whispers cannot cancel heaven's decree. Instead, their schemes will become the very ladder that lifts you higher. What they meant to destroy you has already become the soil for your miracle. My beloved, wait, listen carefully, this is only for you. Someone close to you, someone you trusted, was used as a tool against you. But heaven says, that betrayal cannot stop the blessing. Instead, it will expose the truth and clear your path. The very stone they threw at you will become the cornerstone of your new season. Do you feel your heart racing as you hear this? That is your spirit recognizing heaven's language. If this word is piercing your soul, do not hesitate, subscribe now, so you never miss the next message heaven has prepared. For Archangel Michael does not speak lightly, and every word is appointed for the chosen ones. Child of God, I must warn you, do not ignore this. The blessing is already moving, but the enemy will try to distract you. Stay focused. Stay awake. For within days, you will see a sign, a call, a message, a meeting, that will confirm this word. When you see it, you will know heaven was speaking to you here. God says, do not fear. What is yours cannot be stolen. What I have written over your life cannot be erased. The surprise is unstoppable. Archangel Michael says, open your heart instantly. For every delay you suffered is now being repaid in multiplied form. What you thought was lost forever is returning faster than you imagined. My child, lean in one last time. This is the truth, the blessing has your name engraved. Angels are walking toward your home right now. Delay is dangerous. But if you receive this word with faith, nothing and no one can stop what is already destined for you. My child, stop here for a moment. You think this is just another message, but heaven is shaking your spirit because this is a turning point. Archangel Michael says, do not take this lightly, for your entire future is standing at the edge of this revelation. The heavens have been watching you closely. Every tear that rolled down your face when no one understood you was counted. Every sleepless night, every prayer whispered in silence, every battle you fought in your mind, God saw it all. Now, the answer you have been waiting for is being released. Do not be distracted. This word is not for everyone, it is for you. That is why your spirit led you here at this very moment. God says, child, you will be shocked at how quickly I turn your situation around. In a single day, I will shift what you thought would take years, Listen carefully. You are standing on the border of breakthrough. That is why the enemy has been attacking you harder than ever. That is why confusion, heaviness, and unexpected challenges have surrounded you recently. They sensed what heaven was about to release, and they tried to block you. But Archangel Michael raises his sword now and declares, no power of darkness can stand against the decree of God. Beloved soul, do not skip this. In just a short time, something will arrive at your home, at your doorstep, at your heart. It will come like a surprise, but heaven has been preparing it for years. Your destiny is about to be unlocked, and the door you thought was sealed is already opening. Wait, God says, what happens next will shock you. The person who doubted you will see your rise. The one who tried to block you will watch as you receive. And the one who walked away from you will realize they walked away from a chosen one. This is not revenge, it is revelation. Child, Archangel Michael leans closer and says, your name has been spoken in heaven's council. Angels have been dispatched on your behalf. The package of blessing has already left the throne, and it cannot return empty. Do not doubt. Even now, signs are forming around you. A phone call, a dream, a sudden change in atmosphere, these are signals from heaven that the delivery is near. Watch carefully, for heaven always confirms before it manifests. My child, let me remind you again, this is not for the many, this is for the few who are chosen. That is why you are hearing this. That is why your heart feels stirred. Do not take this lightly. If this divine message is awakening your spirit, pause and subscribe right now. Not for numbers, but so you never miss what heaven has prepared for you. For every word spoken here is timed, urgent, and destined to reach the chosen in the right moment. God says, I am the one who makes rivers in the desert. I am the one who turns ashes into beauty. I am the one who lifts the forgotten and places them in honor. This is your time. This is your season. The surprise is unstoppable. My child, remember this final truth for now, delay is dangerous, blessing is unstoppable, the miracle is already moving. The angels are already on their way. All you need to do is believe, open your heart, and watch heaven unfold what was promised long ago. My child, lean closer. Archangel Michael is not speaking to the crowd, he is speaking to you. This word is sealed with your name, and if you let it pass, you may miss the very shift heaven has been arranging. God says, do not ignore this. The answer you prayed for is standing at your door, Beloved, heaven has seen the silent pain you never spoke out loud. You carried battles within your soul that no one else understood. And yet, you kept walking, you kept believing, even when everything inside you wanted to give up. God says, because you did not quit, I will not delay any longer. The time has come, Do you feel it? Even as these words touch your ears, something is stirring in your spirit. That stirring is confirmation. The angels are near. Archangel Michael stands beside you with his sword drawn, guarding the miracle that is on its way. Nothing and no one can block what has already been commanded. Wait, pause here. God says, what happens next will shock you. Someone who doubted you is about to witness your rise. Someone who betrayed you is about to see your restoration. Someone who laughed at your pain will have no choice but to watch as heaven crowns you with favor. Do not fear the noise. Your enemies are loud because they are desperate. They sense what heaven has already released. But listen, what they try to destroy, God multiplies. What they try to bury, God resurrects. Your blessing is too heavy for them to carry, and too sacred for them to touch. My child, the delivery has already left the throne room of heaven. It is not waiting. It is not delayed. Angels are moving swiftly toward your home, your family, your future. This surprise will not come in pieces, it will come complete, overflowing, undeniable. Beloved, hear me, this word is not for everyone. That is why you are still listening. That is why your heart cannot stop racing. Heaven is marking you as chosen. Archangel Michael declares, the scroll of your destiny has been opened. The season of silence is over. Your new chapter begins now, If this word has pierced your soul, pause for a moment, make sure you subscribe, so you do not miss the next divine revelation. Every message is a seed of heaven, and if you receive it, it will grow into miracles in your life. Child of God, wait again. There is something hidden I must reveal. Someone close to you, someone you least expected, has been a barrier to your blessing. But heaven says, their mask is about to fall. The truth will be exposed, and the path that was blocked will suddenly clear. Do not fear their reaction, fear only missing your destiny. The Lord says, I am rewriting your story. What was meant to harm you is becoming the very fuel that lifts you higher. What the enemy built against you is collapsing even now. And in its place, I am building a new foundation of favor, wealth, and peace, Beloved, this is urgent. Delay is dangerous. Already, angels are gathering at your side. Already, your name is echoing in heaven. Already, the surprise has been released, and it is racing toward you. My child, I bless you with this word, open this instantly. Your miracle is unstoppable. Your destiny is secured. Your surprise is on its way. And once it arrives, no one will ever be able to take it from you again. My child, do not move away from this word. Archangel Michael says, your spirit was called here, not by chance, but by divine order. You may have felt restless today, uneasy, as if something was about to happen. That was heaven shaking your soul, preparing you for this revelation. God says, beloved, you have been hidden for a season. You felt overlooked, you felt forgotten, but in truth, I was protecting you. I was building something in the shadows so that when I revealed you, no one could deny it was my hand. That unveiling begins now. Listen carefully. There is a sound in the spirit world, it is the sound of chains breaking. Every delay that wrapped itself around your destiny is being shattered right now. The weight that slowed you down is lifting. Even the voices that spoke against you are falling silent because heaven has issued a new decree. My child, this message is not for everyone. That is why your heart is trembling, why your body feels the energy of this word. Archangel Michael leans close and whispers, the package of blessing has already been signed, sealed, and sent. It is unstoppable. Nothing on earth, nothing in the spirit world, can block it now. Wait, God says, the next part will shock you. Someone connected to you has secretly envied you. They smiled at your face but prayed for your downfall. Yet their jealousy became the very reason heaven accelerated your miracle. Their attempts to bury you pushed you deeper into my presence, and in my presence, I birthed a blessing they will never understand. Beloved, take this seriously. A wonderful surprise is already moving toward your home. I see doors opening suddenly. I see unexpected favor chasing you. I see healing flowing into your body, your family, your finances. This is not imagination, it is manifestation. Do not ignore the signs. In the next few days, you will encounter a clear confirmation, a message, a dream, a call, or an encounter that will leave you speechless. That will be heaven saying, yes, this word was for you. Yes, your time has come. My child, pause and let this truth rest in your heart. You are chosen. You are marked. That is why the attacks were heavy, but also why the blessing is greater. Archangel Michael raises his sword now, declaring, the atmosphere around you is shifting. Darkness is retreating. Light is taking over. If this word is stirring your spirit, do not let it pass. Subscribe now, so you remain connected to every divine message that heaven pours out in this place. For the chosen must stay awake, or they risk missing their appointed moment. God says, beloved, I am about to shock you with goodness. The very place of your tears will become the place of your laughter. The very area of your loss will become the field of your harvest. What you thought was over is only beginning. My child, the blessing is unstoppable. The surprise has already been dispatched. Archangel Michael says, open this instantly. Delay is dangerous. The miracle is moving, and once it arrives, it will not leave your hands again. My child, breathe with me now. Archangel Michael leans in and says, this is not a rehearsal. This is your appointed moment. Your life has been moving like a river beneath ice, quiet, hidden, but powerful. The ice has begun to crack. What was held back by fear, shame, and doubt is now rushing toward you with unstoppable force. Listen, the next thing you hear will confirm this word. A knock, a message, a call, a name spoken in a dream, these are the stamps of heaven. God says, pay attention to small things. Heaven often sends confirmation through the smallest door. Do not dismiss anything as coincidence. Every small thing matters now. Beloved, the enemy loved to whisper lies. It's too late. You missed it. You aren't chosen. Hear me, those lies are defeated. Archangel Michael breaks them with a voice that shakes the darkness. You are chosen. Your time is now. The very lies that tried to cage you will be the chorus that proclaims your freedom. Do not skip ahead, for the most important part is coming. God says, what I will do is greater than you expect. Expect doors to open you never knocked on. Expect people to come into alignment with your purpose who once seemed unrelated. Expect money, favor, and reconciliation to arrive in strange and beautiful ways. My child, this message is for you alone. It is not for the crowd, not for the curious, not for those who simply wish to listen without changing. If your heart trembles, then this is your appointment. If you feel warmth in your chest, that is heaven acknowledging you. Hold on to that sensation, it is real. Archangel Michael warns, do not let pride or fear steal what is coming. Sometimes blessings are lost at the doorstep because people hesitate or doubt. When you see the sign, move toward it. Open the door. Answer the call. The kingdom of heaven honors the brave step of faith. Listen, God speaks again. There will be a revelation about someone you trusted. It will not be easy to hear. The truth can sting like salt, but it cleanses. When the mask falls, do not rush to condemn or cling to revenge. Instead, receive clarity. Use it to reposition, to choose wisely, to guard your heart with wisdom. Beloved, there is also reconciliation on the horizon for some. Families broken by secrets will taste healing. Old arguments will be silenced by new understanding. But understand this, not every relationship returns, some are gently folded away to make room for the new. Do not chase every closed door, let heaven guide which doors to reopen. God says, prepare your house, not only physical houses, but the rooms of your heart, your thoughts, and your priorities. Clear clutter that takes space from the miracle. Forgive where you can. Set boundaries where you must. Clean the soil where the seed of your blessing will fall. My child, the timing is precise. Angels know how to navigate human schedules. There will be windows, moments when favor aligns and when it does not. If you see a window opening, move quickly. Archangel Michael says, strike when the iron is hot. Heaven gives timing to those who seize it. Do not be surprised if you feel tested before the blessing lands. Tests are not punishments, they are the final training grounds before increase. God says, if you withstand this season, you will enter your increase with strength and wisdom. Face the tests with faith, not fear. Beloved, for those who have lost hope, listen. Hope is not a wish, it is a promise anchored in heaven. God says, I do not forget my promises. I am slow to leave but swift to reward those who believe. Let hope rise inside you like sunrise, quiet at first, then unstoppable. If this word touches you, subscribe and stay with us. Heaven's messages come in seasons, and you must be present to receive what follows. Do it not for me, but for your destiny. Do it so you never miss the sign that confirms what is already on its way to you. Now hear this, there is a rearrangement of people coming. Some will step into your life to help, to mentor, to bless. Others will be removed, not as punishment, but as shelter, so that your space is prepared for what fits the new season. Celebrate both kinds of rearrangement, both are from me. Archangel Michael says, protect your heart, when favor comes, envy often wakes in others. Do not let greed or sudden attention change who you are. Guard your humility. Let gratitude be your garment, not arrogance. The truest test of blessing is how it changes your character. God speaks plainly, financial doors will open, but steward them well. Unexpected provision can be a weapon if mishandled. Invest in relationships, health, and in the mission you were born to do. When you manage little well, greater things become natural. Heaven blesses good stewardship. Beloved, do not confuse speed with certainty. Some miracles arrive quickly, others unfold gently. Either way, they are ordained. Rejoice in what arrives, and be patient with what is still growing. Archangel Michael reassures, I am beside every step, you are not walking alone. There will be dreams, pay attention. Dreams are not always symbolic, sometimes they are blueprints. Write down what you remember. Speak to someone wise about them. Dreams can be the first confirmation of what heaven has whispered to your spirit. My child, someone who left you unexpectedly will return, not always to stay, but to finish what must be finished. When they return, hold courage, not a broken heart. Let healing be your first response, and wisdom your guide. Some doors are for temporary visits, others for forever. Only heaven knows which is which. God says, you will receive a message that will change plans, be flexible. The miracle may require a pivot, a different choice, a new route, a sudden yes to an unusual opportunity. Do not be so fixed on a plan that you miss a miracle coming on a different path. Beloved, your health is part of this season. For bodies that have been weary, expect restoration. For minds clouded by worry, expect clarity. For families feeling cold, expect reunion. The surprise is holistic, restoring what the enemy aimed to break: body, mind, relationships, and finances. Archangel Michael now commands, declare it, speak the change aloud. When heaven moves, our words partner with its action. Say, this is my season. I receive. I open. Simple words spoken with faith are doors thrown open to heaven's favor. Do not let past mistakes steal your future. Regret is a thief, confession is the key. If you have held on to shame, bring it into light. God says, I am not limiting your future to your past. Come as you are, then rise as I equip you. The surprise will override former errors. Child, be kind to yourself during change. Transition can feel violent even when it is good. Give yourself rest. Celebrate small wins. Recognize that each step forward is holy. Archangel Michael holds a torch to light your path, follow it steadily, not recklessly. My child, come closer. The air around you trembles because heaven is speaking directly into your life. Archangel Michael says, do not treat this lightly, this message was carved for your heart alone, your spirit knows this is true. Let that knowing guide you now. Listen, God says, what I am about to release will overturn your expectations. When you think of how things should happen, remember my ways are higher. Expect the unexpected. Expect doors to open in rooms you didn't even know existed. Beloved, there will be a sudden alignment of people and timing. Someone will appear who carries a key to your next season. They may seem ordinary, but heaven sent them with extraordinary authority to shift your path. Stay alert when new faces show favor. Do not skip this. God says wait, the next detail will astonish you. A resource you believed lost will return multiplied. A relationship you mourned may come back, but different, healthier, wiser, guarded by new boundaries. Receive with discernment, not desperation. Archangel Michael warns, watch the small things, they are the beginnings of the large miracles. A slight change in conversation, a text you almost deleted, a dream you almost forgot, these are the breadcrumbs heaven leaves. Follow them faithfully. Beloved, your finances are included in this surprise. God says, I am opening stores of provision you didn't know I had prepared. This may come as a job, a gift, a clearance of debt, or a sudden opportunity. When it comes, steward it with humility and wisdom. Do not be surprised if you feel pressure before the release. Pressure shapes precious metal. The refining season readies you for greater capacity. Archangel Michael says, endure the pressing and receive the pressing's fruit, your character will shine, and with it, your blessing. Child, there is a revelation coming about an old secret. When truth surfaces, confusion may try to follow. Hold steady. God says, truth clears the air even when it burns at first. Let truth do its work. Do not smother it to keep peace that costs your peace. If this is touching you, subscribe and remain close to these messages. Heaven communicates in seasons, and staying connected keeps your spirit tuned to the next instruction. Do it now, not for the number, but for your next appointment. Beloved, a reconciliation may appear that heals a wound you thought permanent. But know this, reconciliation does not mean returning to the old broken pattern. It means entering a new covenant of respect and boundaries, guided by wisdom from above. God says, some doors will close to make way for a greater opening. Do not mourn every closed door. Sometimes heaven shuts one to roll out another that leads to your destiny. Trust the economy of heaven, it trades small losses for exponential gain. Archangel Michael commands, guard your words when the storm passes. When blessing arrives, people will speak, some in praise, some in envy. Use your tongue to bless and your silence to protect what is fragile. Let humility be the hallmark of your increase. Child, be ready for confirmations in unusual ways. A song, a stranger's comment, a sudden image, these will affirm that heaven is indeed working for you. Keep a notebook beside your bed, record these confirmations so your faith has a trail to follow. Do not let fear of exposure stop you from walking into your miracle. God says, I will cover you and give you the courage to stand in the light. When exposed, let gratitude be louder than shame, and let truth guide your steps forward with dignity. Beloved, your family line is being realigned. Wounds that passed through generations are being addressed. Healing moves through you now, not only for you but for those who follow. Speak wellness over your bloodline, decree restoration out loud. God whispers, you will be given unexpected wisdom. In the season ahead, decisions will require clarity, and the wisdom you need will arrive like a still small voice. Practice listening. Obey small promptings. They will compound into the right path. Archangel Michael says, "Do not be ashamed of small beginnings, a miracle may begin with a seed no one notices. Tend it. Protect it. Water it with patience and prayer. Very soon it will spring into what was always intended." Beloved, for those who have felt spiritually dry, a fresh wind is coming. Expect spiritual encounters that refresh and renew. Times of hunger are about to become seasons of feasting. God will meet you in the quiet and fill you to overflow. Do not skip this moment. God says wait, for the confirmation will come almost immediately after you obey. Obedience unlocks acceleration. When you follow the small prompt, the large favor shows up faster than you expected. Child, expect a realignment at work or vocation. Doors that were closed will swing open, projects stalled will resume with new partners. If you have sought promotion or a breakthrough, prepare because heaven often answers through people who recognize your labor. Beloved, healing is for those who have been hurt. Maybe your body has carried pain, expect restoration. Not every cure is instant, but a significant turning is on the way. Hold to hope and engage wisely with both prayer and care. God says, "You will see favor where you once saw only obstacles, friends will speak good of you in rooms you cannot enter. Invisible votes of favor are being cast in your name." Let gratitude guide your reaction when doors open. Archangel Michael declares, "Now is not the time for comparing, comparison steals joy and distracts from your unique path. The surprise meant for you cannot be measured by what others receive. Celebrate others and hold fast to your own season." Beloved, you will be given a clear nudge to change direction. Say yes when prompted. Miracles sometimes require an unusual step, a message sent, a call returned, a meeting accepted. If heaven prompts you, respond without overthinking. Do not be afraid of being noticed. God says, "You were made for a purpose that requires visibility. Let your life reflect the goodness you have received. Shine, not to boast, but to guide others toward hope." Child, pray for wisdom in relationships. Not all returns are meant to be permanent. Some people return to finish a chapter and then leave with blessing. Discernment will keep your heart safe and your future bright. Beloved, expect restorative surprises in your home, peace where tension once lived. Family tables will be sweeter. Conversations will yield understanding. The atmosphere in your house will change. Honor that shift with gratitude. God whispers again, "You will be amazed at how quickly I can turn a setback into a setup. Keep your eyes on me during the transition. I am arranging things behind the scenes, aligning even the opposition for your good." Archangel Michael commands, "Declare victory now, speak aloud, I receive. I open. I embrace the surprise God brings." Words partnered with faith move mountains and unlock heaven's speed. Do not let past shame silence your new song. God says, "I am writing your story anew. Sing the new chorus even if the voice trembles. Heaven will tune it into strength." Beloved, this season will mark you. You will look back and know this as the time heaven pivoted your life. Guard it with humility, steward it with wisdom, and share it with grateful hands. Open this instantly. Delay is dangerous. Blessing is unstoppable. My child, stay with me. Archangel Michael stands like a sentinel at your threshold, and his voice is steady. This is your hour. This is your moment of divine reinstatement. Feel the steady beat of heaven aligning with your heartbeat. This is confirmation that you are not alone. Listen carefully. God says, there will be a sign that cannot be mistaken. It may be a color that follows you through a day, a repeated word in conversations, or a number that keeps showing up. When you see it, stop and give thanks. That sign is heaven's stamp on this message. It confirms that the surprise is on its way. Beloved, expect relational shifts. Some people will step closer with sincere hearts, others will gently step away because their season with you is finished. Rejoice in both. The ones who stay are gifts, and the ones who leave make room for what is coming. Trust God's rearrangement. Do not skip this. God says wait, the next revelation will change how you handle what follows. When the truth about someone arrives, breathe. Do not react from old wounds, respond with the new wisdom given to you now. Let heaven's clarity guide your steps, not impulse. Archangel Michael instructs, protect your peace. When favor comes, noise follows. Keep sacred times for prayer, for quiet, for the voice of God. Those spaces will anchor you when the world rushes to celebrate or to criticize. Your peace is the throne from which you will steward the blessing well. Beloved, finances are being restored, but with an invitation. Use this for purpose. God desires that your increase bless others, so into your calling, and heal areas that were broken. Generosity will not deplete but will circulate heaven's favor back into your life multiplied. Child, you may feel an emotional release, old sorrow turning into gratitude. Allow it. Tears that come now are not weakness, they are the river that waters your new beginning. Let them flow, and then stand up to receive what the river brings: clarity, joy, and renewed courage. Do not underestimate small acts of obedience. A simple step, calling someone back, opening a door you would normally leave closed, saying yes to a small task, can unlock a cascade. God honors small faith. Archangel Michael affirms, the courageous little steps become the foundation of great leaps. Beloved, there is a correction coming in your atmosphere. Where there was confusion, God will send clarity. Where there was misdirection, a compass of truth will appear. Follow it even if it alters your plans. The surprise often requires a reroute, not a retreat. If this word stirs your spirit, pause and subscribe now, so the next sign from heaven finds you ready. Do this as an act of faith, to remain tuned to the frequency of the blessings that follow. Your next confirmation may come through these messages. Child, be ready for prophetic encounters. Someone might speak a word over you that seals what heaven has already decreed. Receive these words with humility, test them with prayer, but do not be quick to dismiss what carries divine alignment. Prophetic confirmations accelerate destiny. Do not let anger be your response when truth surfaces. God says, let peace be your podium. When secrets are revealed, let your reaction be dignified. This will honor you and open doors for reconciliation where it's wise and protection where it's necessary. Beloved, your creativity and ideas will be birthed in unexpected moments. Write them down. Acts of creation are not accidental in this season, they are divine blueprints. What you craft now may become the vessel through which many are healed and fed. Archangel Michael warns, guard your schedule. Favor will often appear in windows that seem inconvenient. Do not let busyness or pride make you miss a sudden opening. Make room for interruption. Sometimes interruption is invitation in disguise. Child, healing may come in layers. Some wounds will stitch quickly, others slowly. Celebrate each stitch. Announce each victory. Speak aloud the milestones, even small ones, because your voice partners with heaven to secure the progress. Do not be surprised by tests of loyalty. Some will reveal themselves by their absence, others by their unexpected kindness. Those who remain faithful will be the allies in your new season. Honor them. Keep them close. Beloved, restitution is a theme for many. What was taken will be returned, and sometimes multiplied. Keep a record in your heart of how God restores. These memories will fuel your faith in future storms. Gratitude for restoration amplifies what is restored. God says, expect a chain of miracles, not just a single act. The first sign will unlock another, and another, until what seemed impossible becomes your normal. Prepare for momentum. When the first blessing arrives, be ready to steward the speed that follows. Child, your testimony will become a tool to uplift others. When you speak of what God did, do so with humility and clarity. People hungry for hope will be drawn to your story. Use it to point them to the one who did it, not to yourself. Do not let fear of loss keep you from claiming gain. Archangel Michael commands, release scarcity thinking. The economy of heaven is expansive, there is enough for your miracle and for others. Give freely, and watch provision flow in return. Beloved, there may be an overcoming of long-term obstacles. Projects stuck for years will find momentum. Doors closed for seasons will open. The key is persistence paired with faith. Keep knocking, heaven's timing is precise, and knocking matters. If this word touches you deeply, subscribe and stay close. These messages are how heaven speaks in seasons. Your presence here matters because obedience to these promptings links you to the next confirmation. Child, expect breakthroughs in conversations. Words once sharp will soften. Confessions that once harmed will lead to healing. Let your willingness to listen be part of the miracle. Sometimes what you need is not a long argument but a listening ear to begin repair. Do not neglect self-care in the rush of blessing. Your body and mind have been the battleground, now they must be restored. Rest, good food, and boundaries are not luxuries, they are the soil for sustainability in your new season. Beloved, be ready to receive honor in quiet ways. Sometimes honor comes through a private word, a note, or a small act of recognition that prepares you for larger public affirmation. Receive these quietly, and let them prepare your heart for bigger stages. Archangel Michael declares, do not be deceived by shortcuts, some will offer fast paths that compromise your values. Hold firm. Blessings that require compromise will not last. True increase aligns with integrity. Child, trust the slow work within you. Character grows in waiting, and your miracle requires a heart ready to steward it. God says, I do not just give gifts, I form stewards, be willing to be shaped. Do not be surprised if you are tempted to hide the blessing out of fear. God says, step into the light, let your life be a lantern, others will find their way because you dared to shine. Humility does not mean hiding. Beloved, there will be divine appointments, meetings that feel accidental but are orchestrated. Approach each new encounter with openness. Say yes to small invites that align with your heart. Heaven uses them to connect you with your helpers. If a moment of doubt rises, speak truth aloud. This is my season. I receive. I open. Your declarations partner with heaven. Speak them until your courage matches your calling. Do not lose sight of prayer. This conversation with God will be the anchor through the transitions. Keep speaking, keep listening, keep thanking. Prayer is how you remain partnered with heaven's unfolding. Child, the surprise is near. Move with gratitude, wisdom, and courage. Archangel Michael stands ready to announce what the throne already declared. Open this instantly. Delay is dangerous. Blessing is unstoppable. My child, the atmosphere is charged. Do you feel it? That weight on your chest is not heaviness, it is the hand of heaven resting upon you. Archangel Michael says, do not run from this presence. Stay. Receive. This moment is holy, God whispers, I have been preparing you quietly, shaping your heart through storms and silence. You thought I had forgotten you, but I was forming you in the hidden places. Now the unveiling begins. Your season of waiting has matured into your season of receiving, Beloved, listen closely. The surprise coming to your home is not just a gift, it is a key. A key that will unlock other doors. What you receive will trigger a chain reaction of breakthroughs. This is why the enemy fought you so violently. He saw what was about to be handed into your life. Wait. God says, what happens next will shock you. Someone who walked away from you will suddenly need your presence again. Their heart will be stirred in the night, their conscience restless, until they find their way back to you. Do not fear this. You will know by the peace in your heart whether to let them close again or to bless them from a distance. Archangel Michael declares, you are stepping into divine justice. What was unfair, what was stolen, what was broken, heaven has kept a record. The scales are tipping in your favor. Expect restitution, expect repayment, expect sudden reversal. The courtroom of heaven has ruled, and the verdict is in your favor. Child, let go of the fear that whispers, what if it doesn't happen? Fear is the enemy's last tool to keep you chained. Replace that whisper with truth, it is already happening. Every moment you hold on to faith is a moment heaven accelerates the release. Beloved, you may start to see resistance rising as your breakthrough nears. Do not panic. Resistance is proof that you are close. Storms rage hardest before they break. Archangel Michael says, stand firm. Your obedience is the final push that will bring the delivery to your door, God says, even now I am aligning strangers to bless you, people you have never met will speak your name with favor. Opportunities will come from unexpected directions. What you thought would take years will be delivered suddenly. Do not underestimate the signs. Dreams will repeat. Numbers will appear. Unfamiliar faces will speak words that feel too personal to be coincidence. All these are heaven's fingerprints, marking your path. Beloved child, this word is not for everyone. That is why your heart feels pierced, it is for you. You were drawn here by divine command. This message is not general, it is personal. The package is already in motion, and heaven wants you to be prepared to receive. If you feel this stirring inside you, pause here, subscribe so that you never miss the next message sent from heaven through Archangel Michael. Do it not for curiosity, but as an act of faith to stay aligned with the frequency of your blessing. Child, a new chapter is opening. The heaviness of the past season will lift like smoke, and fresh wind will carry you forward. Expect restoration in places you thought were permanently lost. God says, I make all things new. Nothing is beyond my hand to restore, Archangel Michael reminds you, your miracle is not fragile. Do not fear losing it. What heaven gives cannot be stolen by man. It is sealed by the blood of the Lamb, guarded by angels, and delivered by divine decree, Beloved, listen again. The surprise is already on its way. It carries your name. It carries your healing. It carries your restoration. And when it arrives, no power in this world will ever be able to take it from you. Open this instantly. Delay is dangerous. Blessing is unstoppable.